So my mirror separated from the base while it was sitting around, and I thought it broke from the weight of snow on the cover. There's like this spring-loaded bolt in here, so that came unscrewed, probably from twisting it in and out and this way and that way over the years. So now I gotta get this mirror off of the car so that I can screw that back in. And this only applies to 86 and newer, the late models, 85.5 and newer. The older ones is a different procedure. I'll put a link in the description where you can find that procedure. However, with this, there's a hole on the bottom here, and there is a ring on the back side of this glass that like twists and locks into place. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And so you get your flathead and you push the handle to the left, which rotates the ring counterclockwise, and that will release the ring. And you have to have the mirror pressed all the way down so that the ring shows up in the hole. You'll be able to see it. If you have the mirror pressed like this, you can actually see through here. Then you can press it up like that, give it a good pull from the bottom, make sure the ring is all the way. And you want to disconnect the two wires for the mirror heating. That one was a bit corroded. And set your mirror off in a safe place. You have 3 8mm bolts. And your mirror will open up and look like that. You got this plug here. Now that is separated. Now normally you'd have to de-pin this whole plug, but luckily for me, somebody in years past put some, I actually don't know what they're called, like these butt connectors that have clips and they separate. So of course I'm gonna have to get each one out one at a time. Now there's another one. I don't know if they're gonna fit through this one. I might have to cut these off and put new ones on. So I found out that I could actually just pull these off of the wires, so now I don't have to cut the wires shorter. So now I can just take this off, and this thing right here is actually threaded and it's a bolt. And for the wires I can just simply put on some new ends there. So you need a 13.12mm, I believe, to fit in here. However, a 3/8 Allen key works. Fits pretty much perfectly in there. You got this plastic piece. Make sure that's in there. You got the bolt. There's probably a polypropylene piece there. The spring and another plastic piece. You can probably use some white lithium grease on these parts before you put them back together, because these have been together for more than 28 years. Well, unfortunately, the only way I could get this to connect is by taking both of these bushings out. Not really that big of a deal, I don't think. I don't plan on constantly going back and forth with the mirror. That's what it's gonna be. But I really don't have time to screw around with this shit design. Now, the mirror can go back together. I'm gonna make sure the mirror works before I finish putting it back together. Yes, it works. This one's always been loud. Let me just show you how this ring works before I put it back on. All it does is twist like that. That's it. It doesn't matter which side these wires go on. Well, I guess it might, one is longer than the other.